Hey y'all, it's Vicky and welcome to another video. So today we're going to talk about some beauty products as soon as I get to where I'm parked and that I'm liking. I'm not going to say I love them yet, but I'm liking them. I think they're good products. The reason I don't say that I'm loving them yet is that I've only been using them a few times. And it usually takes me, maybe 30 times to say I love something. And that's just the way I am. I'm very particular when I say something that I really like these days. I have to know I really like it because there's so much stuff that I buy. I was not seeing any of this stuff that I think is just okay. When I start putting the love word or even like word out there, it's got to really be something major. That's right, my nose is itching. And y'all know what that means, although it's just a coincidence because stress, y'all, stress. I always am stressed when I start talking about beauty products because I feel like so many people are not really honest and they're just trying to sell you something. Well, I'm not trying to sell you anything. Yes, I do share affiliate links, but if you don't want to buy it, you don't have to. And I don't expect anybody to buy as much as I buy. And I have to say, I don't advise it. But hey, if you're in the market for something like what I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. And the true test really comes as if you buy it again. Because there's just some things that you like, but would you actually spend your money on again? Because there's so much stuff coming out every day. And I'm one of those people who wants to buy the latest and greatest things. I definitely have FOMO at times. And if I feel like there's something out there that I've not tried, I want to know if I'm missing something. So the chances of me buying something twice, it's got to really be good. So we're almost parked and we're going to start talking so y'all can know that I'm going to get started. Now, just for reference, today is August 24th, 2026, and I live in Western North Carolina, Northwest North Carolina, because there's a difference between Northwest North Carolina and Southwest North Carolina. Just so you know, you may not know that, but there is. All right, now, we're going to get started. Now, some of this stuff I bought. Some of the stuff were in a subscription box. Meaning that I did buy it, but it was, I probably didn't pay full price for it. Okay, the first thing we'll start with is this serum. This is the Mumuki that has been on TikTok. Now, I did buy this. This is supposed to be all vegan. PDRN, which is the big ingredient in Korea, past couple of years, that's supposed to improve your skin. So I ordered this because I thought it looked, I don't know, I thought it looked different than, the PDRN that I had heard that was vegan was ginseng. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know, girls, whatever. I don't know if they're being truthful when they say this is banana PDRN. So, but it's not doing anything. I'll put it to you this way. All right, this is what it looks like. It's supposed to be like an essence serum mixed in one. It's really sticky, y'all. You can see. And this dropper is not worth a hill of beans. If you try to use the dropper, it doesn't work. You're just getting sticky stuff on you. Now, you know, I thought, well, it's going to smell like bananas. I don't smell any bananas. Sorry, my alarm went off. But anyway, I don't smell any bananas. There's no scent to it whatsoever. So that's a good thing, I guess, if you're not into scents or you have really sensitive skin. Now, I don't know if this works for sensitive skin. You know, my skin is normal. Now, I do have things sometimes irritate it. But, I mean, this didn't. It's just not anything that I would purchase again. I don't recommend it. Now, they do have a moisturizer. Now, I've not tried that. But as far as this is concerned, I think it's junk. And I just wouldn't buy it again. All right. That's the only skincare thing I got. All right. This is the Rare Beauty foundation that I bought a few months ago. It was early spring. I said I would try it again in the summer because I felt that it was too matte back. You know, my skin was kind of dehydrated, I guess, and I didn't feel it looked too good. So I've been using it now for the past week again. I love it. It works great in the summertime if you have normal skin. Now, I barely powder right here, so if you're somebody that thinks you've got to powder everything, then maybe you want to. But this lasts all day on me. This has a name. It's a mile long. And I couldn't tell you exactly the full name, but it'll be in the description box, as I said. But this is a nice foundation if you have normal to oily skin, but I would not recommend it for dry skin. And I think it works fine on my mature skin. I didn't say it, but I am 66 years old. In case this is your first time here and don't know, but I'm 66 years old. I've had no work, nothing done, no Botox, no fillers. Of course, I think you know that. But I'm not against them. I just hadn't took the plunge to do it. I don't think I'd ever get fillers. I think I might. Well, I would get lip filler. And I used to say I'd never get Botox, but I've kind of lightened up on that. All right, now, the next thing. This is the Polite Society Cabana Club Blurring Bronzer. Now, Polite Society is from the former owners of Too Faced Cosmetics that's now owned by Estee Lauder. They stayed with Too Faced for a couple years after Estee Lauder bought them, and then they left and went out on their own again. So some of these products will kind of remind you of the original Too Faced Cosmetics before Estee Lauder took over. Now, I've not tried their new peach palette that Too Faced has out, so I can't say if it's anything like the original one. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. As I said, this is the Polite Society bronzer, Cabana Club bronzer in French Riviera. And it's blurring, it says. And I have it on today as a bronzer. Now, this one it's not heavily pigmented, so I think it works well for mature skin if you don't want something. And it's very creamy going on. If you can see it, that's what it looks like. So this is kind of perfect if you're not wanting anything that's really heavy pigmented. Now, YSL is the one I kind of love, but it's also very pigmented. So if you want something lighter, this is very nice. And I do recommend this. I think there's several colors, but this one, like I said, is French Riviera. And it works perfect for my skin. Not sure the price. I'm going to say it's in the $30 to $40 range. And this is talc free. Just so you know, it's got hyaluronic acid in it. Soft focus. And it says vegan, no parabens, cruelty-free, no talc, no mineral oil. And it does have dimethicone in it, just so you know. Some people don't want any silicones. All right, now, this is a bronzer. This is the Delish Powder Blush Duo. And this is in Peachy Keen. Peachy Keen. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you that This also is not very pigmented. So if you're not into the really pigmented blushes, you're probably going to like this too. Now, I don't know who sells this. I haven't even looked it up. As I said, this come from Ipsy BoxyCharm. And this is what this looks like. One side is a highlight and the other's the blush. Let's see if I can swatch it for you. There you have it. It's hard to tell the difference between the lighter one. Let's do the lighter one again. And let's do. So you can tell that this is quite different. All right. Here you have the darker one and here you have the lighter one. So there you have it. They're very buttery, and I recommend it. Like I say, I don't know where it's sold. It's a brand I'm not familiar with, that-ish, but I'll try to find the link and put it down in the description box. Now, as you know, most of my links are affiliate links, so I make a little bit of money. Not much, but a little bit, if you click on my link and buy something. All right, this is the half-caked Lip Haze Blurring Lip Liner Duo. One side is a liner and the other side is a crayon lipstick. Now, half-caked, I don't believe is sold at any brick and mortar stores. I don't think it's sold at Ulta or Sephora. It may be sold on Amazon, and that other may be sold on Amazon too. Now, you know, these products will show up sometimes on eBay where other people are selling products out of their box. I don't do that, but some people do. They do it to try to make money. That's right. They do it to try to make money. Anyway, this is what it looks like. And I'll swatch it for you here. Okay, there's the liner. It's what I'm wearing today. Now, I put it on about 30 minutes ago, so it's not long lasting. And then we're going to do the lipstick. There's the lipstick, if you can see it. And then here it is. So, the liner and the lipstick. The liner's just a little bit darker. So let's put on the lipstick. It's kind of my lips, but better. Now, I did put a gloss on over it. So now you can probably see a little bit more. So as I said before, this is not something long lasting. It is moisturizing. Doesn't dry my lips out. I like this, and I'll use it. And I might, you know, you never know, I might buy another one of these if I look at the colors. Y'all know I'm a lipstick junkie, and if you didn't know that, you know it now. You know it now. So, let's try to find something to wipe this off with. I meant to bring a wipe with me, and I didn't. We'll use this piece of paper. I'm fogging up the windows, y'all. All right, we're going to end this video, or this part of the video, and I'm going to move on to talking about other stuff. You can stay and watch if you want to. I may mention Sarasota Tim, or I may mention somebody else. If you don't want to watch the rest, that's fine. I appreciate you watching this much of it. So, I'll see y'all later. But if you want to stay and hear the rest, then stay and hear the rest. Okay, I'm back with the rest of the video. So, I told you that we were going to talk about Sarasota Tim here and maybe some other creators, or whatever we'll talk about. So I did watch I didn't watch it all. I watched part of his video where he went to the Mexican restaurant. And I believe he's doing that for us haters, or whatever you want to call us. And the reason I say that is because I think it's been mentioned that he never goes out to eat unless someone else is buying. Well, I didn't watch it, so did someone else buy it? Did someone send him a donation to go out to eat? I know someone recommended the restaurant, but I don't know about them buying it. Anyway, I'm glad he went out to eat. Hey, you know, I like content like that. Now, you can say he's boring all you want, or, you know, he knows it all. But I'd a whole lot rather see him go review a restaurant than stand there in that camper and talk about nothing. But hey, that's me. That's all I got to say about him. All right, we're going to talk about some stupid news or funny news. And, you know, I printed these out so I would have them in front of me. And you may have heard about this stuff or you may not have. I just find them interesting. All right. First part is called Buddy for Hire. In some parts of Russia, men are running personal ads. And it's not for a woman or a mate. It's for a barbecue companion. Maybe that's what Tim needs, is a barbecue companion. It says that the service is exactly what it sounds like. They want somebody to come over and enjoy some barbecue, which we know they're probably talking about hamburgers, hot dogs, whatever. I don't know what they fix on the grill over in Russia. Now, barbecue in North Carolina, you know, is actually pork. When we hear somebody say barbecue, we're thinking they're talking about chopped pork barbecue. If you're going to have hamburgers and hot dogs, you're grilling out or you're cooking out. And we will hear some people say barbecue chicken, so that we know that they're actually cooking the chicken on the grill using a special barbecue sauce that is kind of local to here. Now, it may be other places. It's a vinegar-based barbecue sauce. But we know what that means in this area. So anyway, the cost ranges from $13 to $65. And they actually prepare the grill, cook the meat, and do everything for you. And they sit there and enjoy the barbecue with you. And I guess that's all that goes on. All right, now, for those of us who like Diet Coke, you may find this interesting. Just what the doctor ordered. At the advice of her doctor, an elderly woman recently consumed 1.5 liters of Diet Coke to dissolve a mass in her stomach. And it worked. Oddity Central said on July 9th that a team of doctors reported the case in the New England Journal of Medicine. An elderly woman presented with a bezoar, or a large mass, that resulted as a side effect of taking a GLP-1. She lost 40 pounds over the course of a year, but reported continued stomach pain. After an endoscopy revealed the bezoar, she continued her medication in an effort to avoid surgery. Doctors suggesting drinking carbonated beverages to help dissolve the mass. Existing largely from a case series and an anecdotal experience, it supports the administration of 3 liters of cola, either orally or through a tube, within a 12-hour window. So that means she didn't do it. It means she had to do it within a certain period of time. The doctor said in the report, it is not well understood whether acidity or carbonation or another mechanism accounts for dissolution of the bezoar. As the woman was diabetic, her prescription was adjusted to 1.5 liters of Diet Cola. After just a couple of days on the cola regimen, the woman reported relief from her symptoms, and another endoscopy revealed the mass had dissolved. Now, this came from a website that talks about weird news. I have no way to verify that this really happened. This all could be hogwash. Now, I don't know how anybody could consume 3 liters of cola within a 12-hour period, but I guess it's possible. I have a hard time drinking a liter of water in a day. So, and that's not 3 liters. I'm talking 1 liter. Because when I do, it just makes me feel awful. I'm just not somebody who can consume a lot of water or any kind of drink in that amount of time. Anyway, like I say, it's weird. I don't know if it really happened. So, all right. Now, as you can see, this is a little bit old. This has to do with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's blockbuster July 3rd wedding at Madison Square Garden. And one person or somebody collected the trash outside the venue and sold it on eBay. He even sold cigarette butts, paper cups, plastic straws, scraps of fabric, and an ovulation test kit. I mean, who bought this stuff? All right, I mean, it said each cube sold for $25. So I guess he put stuff in a bag or a cube or whatever and said, I mean, I just can't imagine. I don't dislike them, but I'm just not into it that much. And I don't know anybody that I would be into that much, that I want to buy their garbage. I don't. I'm trying to think. Even Roman Reigns. I love Roman Reigns. But I don't want his garbage. I don't. All right. In Ecuador, couples getting married in civil ceremonies now have more options for who can serve as their formal witnesses. Their pets got married that their dog Luna, who signed the marriage certificate with her paw print. Luna's paw stamp is merely symbolic, and the document she signed says symbolic marriage certificate. So it's not really official. So, anyway, it's kind of silly, I guess. Robert, an office worker, recently got married to Matilda, a dancer, in Moscow's Pushkin Library. Some of these things happen in Russia. The couple's wedding ceremony was the first ever of its kind in Russia. That's because both Robert and Matilda are robots. The humanoid machines, made by the Russian company IT Imperial, exchange files that were written by AI, MSN reported on July 13th. While their marriage has no legal standing, organizers say that the goal of the event was to showcase the robot's capabilities. Would y'all have gone to the robot's wedding? I wouldn't have. All right. Let's talk about this last one here. That other one there, I don't really know about it. Okay. A company in China is ready to take the next step in robotics. See, we're into the robotics now. Humanoid robots powered by AI. On July 2nd, Oddity Central reported that Ubitech plans to mass produce the robots complete with synthetic skin and human-like facial expressions. And we know that Elon Musk is also working on this. The machines are about 5 feet 6 inches to 6 feet tall, but weigh half as much as the average human adult. The company says it has already received 10,000 orders, and that each robot retails for up to $145,000. I wonder if Timmy has ordered any of those. The humanoids will be delivered in September and are designed to support a wide range of consumer and commercial applications, including daily companionship, emotional support, and lifestyle enhancement, and social assistance, as well as reception and hospitality services. They can also perform elder care and psychological support, tourism, and exhibitions. So that would be perfect for Timmy, because I believe that's the only kind of companionship he'll find for that wonderful new camper. So if you're still here, I appreciate all of you, and I hope that y'all have a great night, day, whenever you're watching this. And I'm going to go to work now. So I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. I thought somebody was standing over here, but they're not. All right. Love you. Bye.